Season 3, AI and Money. Episode 4, Why AI Profits Do Not Go to Workers. 1. Introduction, the broken promise of productivity. For decades, there has been a simple promise tied to technology. When productivity increases, everyone benefits. Machines make work easier. Efficiency reduces costs. Growth creates shared prosperity. Artificial intelligence is often framed in this tradition. AI boosts productivity. AI automates tasks. AI improves output. So a reasonable question follows. If AI makes work more productive, why do the profits not flow to workers? Why do wages stagnate while profits rise? Why do companies celebrate AI-driven efficiency while employees feel more pressure, not relief? This episode explains why the gains from AI overwhelmingly flow upward, not outward. The answer is not technical. It is structural. 2. A brief history of productivity and pay. In the mid-20th century, productivity growth and wage growth were closely linked in many economies. When workers produced more, they were paid more. This relationship was supported by strong labor unions, regulated markets, limited global competition, lower capital mobility, clear employer-employee relationships. Over time, this link weakened. Productivity continued to rise. Wages flattened. Profits increased. AI enters an economy where this disconnect already exists. It does not repair it. It accelerates it. 3. WHO owns AI determines WHO gets paid. The most important factor in profit distribution is ownership. AI systems are owned assets. They are built by companies. They are trained on controlled data. They are deployed on private infrastructure. Workers do not own these systems. They operate them, interact with them, or are evaluated by them. When AI increases productivity, it increases the value of the asset. Asset value flows to owners. This is not a flaw in AI. It is how capitalism distributes returns. 4. AI as capital, not labor. AI behaves like capital, not labor. Capital earns returns through ownership. Labor earns income through wages. When AI replaces or augments labor, the work still happens, but the value shifts. If a worker produces more because AI assists them, the company captures that increased output. Unless there is a mechanism to share gains, wages do not automatically rise. AI makes labor more efficient. It does not make labor more powerful. 5. Why companies invest in AI. Companies invest in AI for clear reasons. To reduce costs. To increase output. To gain competitive advantage. To reduce reliance on labor. To standardize processes. None of these goals include increasing wages. If AI lowers labor costs, that is treated as a success. If AI allows the same output with fewer workers, that is treated as progress. From a profit perspective, paying workers more is not the objective. This does not require greed. It is a result of incentives. 6. Bargaining power matters more than productivity. Wages are not determined by productivity alone. They are determined by bargaining power. If workers have leverage, they can demand a share of gains. If they do not, they cannot. AI often reduces worker leverage. It increases replaceability. It increases monitoring. It increases management control. It creates the threat of automation. Even if AI does not replace a worker today, the possibility weakens negotiation. This shifts power toward employers. And power determines who gets paid. 7. AI and the threat effect. AI does not need to replace workers to suppress wages. It only needs to exist as an alternative. When management can credibly say, this task can be automated, workers lose leverage. This creates a threat effect. Workers may accept lower raises. They may accept increased workloads. They may accept worse conditions. The presence of AI changes negotiations. The profits generated by AI remain with owners. The costs are absorbed by labor. 8. The role of monitoring and metrics. AI enables fine-grained monitoring. Productivity can be measured continuously. Output can be compared across workers. This changes how wages are justified. Instead of collective bargaining, pay becomes individualized. If performance is constantly measured, workers compete with each other. Competition weakens solidarity. Weak solidarity weakens bargaining power. As bargaining power declines, wages stagnate. Even when productivity rises. 9. Why augmentation does not mean higher pay. AI is often described as augmenting workers, helping them do more. But augmentation does not guarantee higher wages. If every worker is augmented, the baseline shifts. What was once exceptional becomes expected. Employers may say, with AI, this level of output is normal. Wages remain tied to the role, not the tool. The tool increases output. The role does not gain status. The value of augmentation is captured by the organization. 10. AI and job polarization. AI often affects jobs unevenly. High-level roles may gain leverage. Routine roles may lose leverage. This creates polarization. Some workers benefit. Many do not. Even in cases where certain workers become more productive, companies often reward them with more responsibility rather than more pay. Productivity gains become workload gains, not income gains. 11. Profit sharing is not automatic. Some argue that companies could share AI profits with workers. This is true. But it does not happen by default. Profit sharing requires policy, culture, or collective pressure. Without these, profits flow upward. Historically, profit sharing has expanded only when workers had power. Unions, labor laws, social norms. AI arrives at a time when these forces are weaker. So profits follow the path of least resistance toward capital. 12. AI and global labor competition. AI also changes global labor dynamics. Companies can use AI to reduce dependence on local labor. They can automate tasks that were previously offshored. Or they can combine AI with low-wage labor elsewhere. This expands the labor pool. Expanded labor pools weaken wage pressure. Workers compete not only with local peers but with systems and global alternatives. This further limits wage growth. 13. The myth of savings passed to consumers. Some argue that AI savings benefit workers indirectly through lower prices. This can happen in some sectors. But lower prices do not replace income. If wages stagnate while prices fall slightly, insecurity remains. Also, savings are not always passed on. In concentrated markets, companies often keep savings as profit. AI-driven efficiency increases margins. Margins increase shareholder returns. Workers do not automatically benefit. 14. Shareholders versus workers. Corporate governance prioritizes shareholders. Executives are rewarded for profit growth. Stock prices reflect expectations of future returns. AI increases those expectations. So executives invest in AI to boost margins and valuation. Worker compensation is treated as a cost to manage. This is not personal. It is institutional. AI aligns perfectly with shareholder incentives. It does not align with worker income by default. 15. AI and the decline of labor institutions. Unions and collective bargaining historically helped workers capture productivity gains. AI enters workplaces where unions are weaker. Fragmented gig work. Individualized contracts. Algorithmic management. These structures make collective action harder. Without collective power, workers negotiate individually. Individuals have little leverage against large systems. So AI profits flow upward. 16. The role of financialization. Modern economies are heavily financialized. Companies focus on quarterly results. Investors demand returns. AI is attractive because it promises efficiency and scalability. Worker pay is a long-term investment. AI returns can be immediate. This bias toward short-term returns favors capital. It discourages wage growth. 17. AI and the invisible value of labor. AI systems rely on human labor in many hidden ways. Data labeling. Content moderation. System training. Edge case handling. These tasks are often low-paid and invisible. The value created by this labor is captured by the system owner. Workers who enable AI rarely share in the profits. This creates a hidden inequality. 18. Why skilling up is not a complete solution. Many suggest workers should reskill to benefit from AI. Reskilling helps some. It does not solve structural distribution. Even skilled workers operate within organizations. If ownership does not change, gains still flow upward. Reskilling can improve individual outcomes. It does not guarantee collective benefit. 19. What would have to change for profits to flow down? For AI profits to reach workers, structural changes are required. Profit-sharing mechanisms. Worker ownership models. Strong labor protections. Limits on surveillance. Collective bargaining rights. Public policy intervention. Without these, AI continues to reward owners. Technology does not override economic rules. It amplifies them. 20. The core contradiction. AI increases productivity. Workers help generate that productivity. But ownership captures the returns. This creates a contradiction. Work becomes more efficient. Workers do not become more secure. This tension defines the AI era of work. 21. Core takeaway. AI profits do not go to workers because AI is owned capital, deployed to reduce costs and increase control. Wages depend on power, not output. AI weakens worker bargaining power while strengthening ownership. Unless governance changes, AI will continue to enrich owners far more than workers. If this episode helped you understand why AI profits do not flow to workers, like this video so more people can see it. Share it with someone who believes productivity automatically raises wages. And subscribe to Uncovering Facts for deep, hype-free explanations of technology, power, work, and money. Next episode, how AI turns attention into money.